Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Contact Lost. I'm Joker, and this is an episode that will be a compilation of 3 interviews of the WTC newcomers for the year 2025. And first up, I've got Eric, who's the captain of the Hong Kong team, coming all the way over from the Far East. Another addition from Asia, and we are definitely happy that the community is really growing in a worldwide manner. Welcome, Eric.
Hello, Joker. How are you? I'm Eric.
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, very good. Just ready for the
Excellent.
interview. Excited.
Excellent. Excellent. So first of all, a massive thank you to our sponsors, the Army Painter and Weyland-Yutani, as well as our community of patrons. And Eric, when are you flying over to Europe then for the event?
I think myself, I'm flying over to Europe on the 3rd of August.
Hmm.
So I should arrive on the 4th and in Austria. So give me like a couple days to deal with the jet lags and also prepare for the teams.
Excellent, excellent. And what about the rest of the team? Are they all actually coming in from Hong Kong, or there are some people coming from other directions?
I think we have like a couple guys that are they have a business trip to Europe. That's why they
Uh-huh.
fly over like this week. And then we got some guys that are first time to Europe and they're gonna travel in Europe for a couple of days and they'll head to Austria from Italy. And
Hmm.
then after the tournament they'll go somewhere else. So we are having fun. It's a good trip for us.
Excellent. Yeah, I think quite a couple of people are making it a bit of a longer vacation if they're making the distance. So, yeah, definitely worth it. So, what about the Hong Kong community in general? Why don't you tell us a little bit of what 40K looks like over there?
Actually, we have been playing Warhammer for more than 20 years. Myself, I knew Warhammer like 25 years ago. So I've been playing Warhammer for a long while, since I was a kid. Hong Kong is very small, small city, densely populated place. So our community becomes very compact, and also
Mhm.
we know each other. So the whole community kind of close together. We have a strong sense of belonging to each other, and then we always supporting each other. So that's how it looks in Hong Kong. Yeah.
Okay, and what about numbers and maybe a little bit about events that you have? So,
Oh,
how many people you have attending tournaments essentially?
we have 30 to 50 active tournament players.
Mhm.
But we have also got a lot of players that are casually playing. So I think the player base would be around 100 to 200 people that play Warhammer in Hong Kong. Yeah.
That's pretty solid. That is
Yeah.
pretty solid.
Mhm.
Right, amazing. So how did the team come to form itself, and why now? Why not earlier, or what were the challenges?
Oh, there's a lot of challenges, of course. I always wanted to form a team to
Mhm.
represent Hong Kong in like an international event. But it's a big challenge because it's very hard to actually find 8 players who doesn't only have the skills, but also have the
Mhm.
time and resources to actually commit to a long flight to Europe. Most of us are married, so we have family obligations. It's tricky
Yeah, makes it
to
all the more
balance.
difficult.
Exactly. So we need to balance war gaming and family at the same time.
Yeah.
Luckily, after COVID, this year though, everything fell into places. I finally managed to get a group of players that are able to
Mhm.
attend. Passionate players. So we are having this amazing journey.
Excellent. So how did the selection process look like? Was the availability of resources for people like the main criteria, or were there actually more people willing that you had to somehow narrow the team down to 8 playing guys?
Yeah, this is the first year, right? So
Hmm.
I think a lot of people are uncertain whether we can make it or not. So the whole process started with me as a captain. So I'm the
Hmm.
first one. And then I found 3 players who have consistently performed well in tournaments over the last couple of years. And then for the 4 remaining spots, we have 10 players that actually apply to be part of the team. And it was voted by the 4 existing players. So we formed a team of 8.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Understood. So, how did your practice go? Did you play any scrims? Did you manage to
Mhm.
attend any international events? Because I don't think we have a lot of visibility into international events in Asia, so that's always something that interests me.
Mhm.
Yeah, what did you do?
So, unfortunately, we didn't do any online screens this year since we are not so used to playing on TTS, and B, Hong Kong
No
is a
one
small
is to
place.
start with.
Yeah, Hong Kong is very small, so we actually can easily find people to play in person.
Hmm.
So we usually play in an area called Kwun Tong, and there are like 5 stores nearby, and most of the community are actually playing in this area. So that's why our community is more focused on in-person games.
Hmm.
But I think we should, if we're doing next year, which I hope so, we will do more international screens. So get practice, get used to the meta outside Hong Kong.
Definitely.
Uh, for international event, unfortunately, not every one of us attend any international event except
Mhm.
me. I had the privilege to attend the first Warhammer World Championship in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't finish well, but as I hoped, but the experience was incredible. So it was a great journey and memorable journey. So yeah, I'm sure the WTC will be as fun as the my previous trip to Atlanta.
Oh, definitely. I haven't
Mhm.
unfortunately been to Atlanta to any of those, but I've been to
Mhm.
some WTCs, and the camaraderie is unmatched. So yeah,
Nice.
looking forward to it.
Mhm.
Okay. So did you do any like boot camps of sorts as well? If your focus is really on playing locally, or
Mhm.
yeah, so like get-togethers whole weekend, just going into as many games as possible, or did you do anything of that sort then?
Yeah. So I think we started in last year's August, so almost a year before.
Mm-hmm.
I gathered a team, and then we just train almost like bi-weekly. We gathered in like every two Saturday night just for training.
Mm-hmm.
Not just gaming, but learning about the WTCs, learning about terrain, the format, and also the meta is changing, right? So we need to
Yeah, of course.
adapt. Yeah, so it's a combination of gaming and also we have a lot of brief talk presentation from our coach, that kind of thing. So we started last year basically, so it has been a year
Hmm.
for training. Yeah,
Yeah, but
and as
sounds
the
like
event, yeah, and as the event is approaching closer, we have like maybe 2 times a week for meetings about WTC. So yeah.
wow, excellent. It sounds like
Mhm.
you're not taking this lightly. You're really committed to the
Oh,
cause.
everyone need to pay the ticket, spend more than a week away from
Boatload, yeah.
families. So it's a real deal. Yeah, we just want to try to perform, try our best in WTC. Yeah.
Excellent. Sounds
Mhm.
great. Fingers crossed. So, yeah, now that you've mentioned the format, etc., is the WTC format actually popular in Hong Kong, or do you play like the GW layouts on your events, or what does it look like?
Okay. So we are quite used to WTC format. In the store I'm playing, we have the WTC terrain actually. So it's
Mhm.
a mainstream terrain format in Hong Kong and also in China, I think so, because I attended some event in China. They use WTC format as well. So we are quite familiar with the format, but at the same
Mhm.
time, the team format itself is quite complicated at the first time. So yeah, we spend a lot of time on the actual team format. But in terms of like terrain layout or even the rules, we are quite familiar with it.
Okay, yeah, and that was my follow-up question. Did you actually manage to play any team events, even locally, or not necessarily
Yeah,
so?
actually, not a lot of team events happening in Hong Kong because we have such a small player base. But I think in last week, I mean, no, sorry, last month, we have a team tournament held by one of our sponsor store to help us practice. So we're privileged to play against a team from Thailand and some of the local teams. So it's good preparation for us.
Hmm. Yeah, cool.
Mhm.
I mean, you're saying small, but you said like 30 to 50 competitive players and 100 to 200 in general.
Yeah, yeah.
That's our community isn't bigger, so it's not a bad place to start. Right, Eric, would you
In
like
comparison
to?
to the big company, big countries, though. Yeah.
Yeah, see, the
Mhm.
size is not important, at
True.
least here. So,
Mhm.
would you like to introduce your players a little bit? Say a word or two about them?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, our team was composed by a mix of local players and also expat who has been part of the Hong Kong community for the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Terence, who's a local player. He's our League of Full 10 player. So I think he is the most consistent performer in the previous tournament. So I have him in the team. We have
Mm-hmm.
another guy called Quinton. He's a French, a Necron player, who actually attends international event. I think he's been to the LVO in the last year. He's quite experienced in the international event, and also he is a coach. So he just helped us on the training over the past year. We have Neilo, who is a CSM player, local guy. Jason, he's also local, and he's the orc player. So he
Mm-hmm.
brings some walk to the WTC. I have Cedric, consistent performer in Hong Kong. He's playing IK. I'm sorry, Chaos Knight. And we
Mm-hmm.
have Chris running Death Guard with I think he's the only one that plays at Blight Lord, I think. I'm not sure. And last but not least, we have Jaira, the only Deathwatch player in the entire tournament.
Yeah, well, Deathwatch, and you've got orcs. So yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't really go with the most popular choices, I would say.
Yeah. So this, I think, the most important part, we have discussed it, right? Whether go with the meta or just go with your experience. And in the end, this is our first year. We just want to play something that we are familiar with, confident with.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why people just playing the stuff they are comfortable with. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's definitely a good choice, at least in my opinion.
Mhm.
So, you're up against, if I remember correctly, Canada, Wales, and Austria
Australia,
in
yes.
the pod. Yeah, how do you feel about that pod draw? Do any of the names there sound familiar? And yeah, I mean, if you look at the opposition team comps, how
Mhm.
are you feeling into those first three games?
Uh, it'll be tough. But as a newcomer, it'll be definitely be tough. Well, Canada got Scary, right? He's a well-known player.
Yep.
Even in Hong Kong scene. Austria, they're also a very famous team for their performance over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Wales, I don't know them well, but I'm sure they are quite very experienced as well. So we are newcomer to WTC, and actually we are very realistic about our expectations. We're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna place too high in our first year. For us, this trip is more about learning, more about experiencing the event and understand what it takes to compete in such a high level.
Mm-hmm.
My goal, I mean our goal, is to hopefully finish in tier 3 and use this year's experience to encourage more players to join in the future team, and sharing the experience we have learned, and hopefully elevate the players level in Hong Kong and
Mm-hmm.
over time. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's a realistic target to have. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. So, this next question is a little bit of trivia. When we were doing the interviews in the years before, we've always had some trivia part. So I'm just gonna go with the theme from last year, which was food. What's the national dish of Hong Kong, and would it beat other national dishes?
Oh, Hong Kong. I think it's a paradise of food. I don't know if you've ever been to Hong Kong. We have
Not
different
yet.
cuisine. Yeah, you should, for food. So you can get almost every food around the world in Hong Kong. But I would recommend char siu, so which is the barbecue pork.
Mm-hmm.
It's very iconic, very delicious, and world famous. It's very sweet. It's like a pork, barbecue pork, but it's smoky. It's sweet and also savory. So best to eat with rice and maybe a fried egg. Yeah. Another thing I would recommend is, of course, dim sum. It's a very Hong Kong dish.
Mm-hmm.
There are different varieties of dim sums depending on what you like. So yeah, these two would be my recommendations.
Excellent. Sounds amazing. Right. So now a chance for you to plug in any sponsors of the team, and do you have any social media channels that people can follow how you're faring and the trip, etc.?
Yes, actually, we have a Facebook page. So team is Team Hong Kong 40K. And I'd like to take this chance to mention some of our sponsors. So
Mm-hmm.
first one is the Circle. The owner Lambert actually hosts a team tournament for us to help us prepare the WTC, which takes a lot of effort and time. So I would like to thank him. Another store would be Premium Hobby Collective. So they generously sponsor the team, the whole team, the jerseys, and also the backpack for the trip. And also, last but not least, the Fun Atelier, which is this one. This is which store I work in. They provide the training place for a team to practice on WTC for last year. So we usually do our training in Fun Atelier, but
Mm-hmm.
also we have trainings in some other stores. But they generously provided the space for us to train. Yep.
All right, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
For everyone listening, you'll find all of that linked in the video description below, so make sure to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eric, that went pretty quick, but it's been wonderful to have you on, and it's been very informative. Safe trip, safe travels, and I'm
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to seeing you guys in Leoben.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on the podcast. My pleasure. Last year I was listening to your podcast, so big fan of it.
Oh yeah, thank you for your kind words.
Yeah, keep up
That
the good
really
work.
makes it worth doing.
Yeah,
Right, thanks very much, and bye
thank you
bye.
very much. Yep, see you in Newton. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome, Dayan, to Contact Lost.
Hi,
Glad to have you on. So you're the captain of the Slovenian team, is that right?
that's correct. Yes, for a few
That
years.
is excellent stuff. So first up, what can you tell us about the Slovenian 40K community? What are the numbers? What are the challenges? How do you go about playing the game?
Well, we are a small country, so community is also small, but it's growing. We had a history of WTCs or ETCs before, but
Hmm.
our last appearance was in Novi Sad 2019, where I was also a captain. And the thing is that in that 6 years, yeah,
Yeah, 6 years already.
things progressed really good in Slovenia. So we have a pool of 15, let's say, competitive players that are
Hmm.
going around Central Europe mostly on the GTs, and we are also going a lot to Alpine Cup team tournaments.
Hmm.
But it's small, but it's good. It's good for for our standards, let's say.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, is the community spread out across the country, or is it more concentrated in the larger towns, cities?
Well,
One
the
would expect.
competitive community is mostly concentrated in capital in Ljubljana. We
Hmm.
have now a growing base in Maribor, which is second largest city in Slovenia, and
Hmm.
also a lot of players in Celje, which is third largest city. But it's spread, so players are in in all places. But
Hmm.
the competitive scene is mostly doing its works in Ljubljana.
Okay, so do you do boot camps a lot for the national team?
No,
Is that a thing that you do?
not really. Well,
Okay.
like 6 years ago, we were on the stage that we picked everybody who wanted to go, and
Hmm.
most of the players that went to the WTC then never wanted to participate anymore because we weren't ready for this kind
Hmm.
of event. We're still not fully prepared. We know the matrix now, and we know how things works, and we know how to build a list, how to play competitively because we are going around a lot. But it's still not on the level of, let's say, Poland, because I know you're from Poland, right?
Yeah.
and we are not doing a lot of boot camps. We have this
Mhm.
pool of 15 people, and we are playing each other a lot, and then we pick 8 guys to go, and that's our boot camp actually.
Okay, so do you get together just during GTs and some sort of 2-day events, or do you play a lot of TTS to
No, I
get
mean,
reps in?
some of our guys are playing a lot of TTS. I personally hate TTS. It's the worst
Hmm.
gaming experience ever.
Yeah, it
That's
took me like 2 or 3 years to actually, be
yeah,
okay with it.
yeah,
Not even love it, just
yeah.
be
Well,
okay with it.
I'm on TTS when that's like necessary, but I don't like it. We are
Hmm.
meeting every Saturday, actually, at least every Saturday. So we are playing.
Okay.
We are playing quite a lot, but yeah, live
Okay. Yeah.
games. I'm talking about live games. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So, was it like a get together, a bit of beer and pretzels to go with it, and just putting some
Barbecue,
reps
stuff
in?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great. Sounds great. So, what about events in Slovenia? I know I've actually seen, I don't know if yourself or someone else from the country announcing some even golden ticket event from
Yeah,
time to time on the WTC Discord. So,
yeah.
assumingly that's a once per year thing, but do you do what is the how often do you have like tournaments?
Well, actually, for this year, it will be a fourth. We call it Emona GT because Emona was a Roman name for Ljubljana, whatever. But
Hmm.
it's a third year in a row that we have a golden ticket on our GT, which is mostly international. But they, most of the players are from Slovenia, Croatia, Hungary, Austria, even Italy. So we are like we have
Hmm.
this pool around us, and that's our one tournament per year. But we also had like 3 years in a row a national GT, which is another golden ticket event that's made only for Slovenian players. So that's quite good. And
Hmm.
I mean, we don't have numbers like 70 or 80 people's playing, but we get to 40, which is, I think, quite good.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, every head counts. And do you do any team events, or you travel to like Alpine Cup, etc. for that?
Yeah,
Oh,
we are traveling because we are. The thing is, to make this kind of events, you need to have a strong team behind to make this event as good as possible,
mm.
right? So we are mostly traveling to the team
Yeah,
events.
that's one thing. And from what I'm hearing, that you're saying you'd also need like every player to actually participate to even have the minimal
Yeah,
required number of people for a 5v5 event. Yeah.
we are really low on the staff when we have a GT or something, so that every head counts, as you said.
Hmm. Right. So, why did it take 6 years for you guys to come back? Was there any particular reason? Was there like a lack of love for the hobby after COVID or whatever? Or
Oh, the thing is, like, okay, Zagreb and Novi Sad for us was like perfect because Zagreb
hmm.
is 1 hour drive, and Novi Sad is 7 or 8 hours drive, but still, it's Novi Sad. It's cheap. It's you're in Serbia. Food is good. Everything is good. And then Corona happened,
Hmm.
and the TTS event. It's something that Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I
Yeah,
didn't even know it was happening at the
yeah,
time. I don't know what happened during
yeah.
that one, so
And
whatever.
then, and then the event moved to Belgium, which I heard it was a really good event. And the things, it's Belgium. What's not to like about Belgium? I mean, I love Belgium. So,
Hmm.
but the thing is, it's in the middle of the summer. We are mostly fathers, and holidays in Slovenia are from July, start of July till end of August. And
Yep.
when you put on scale, if you want to be on the
Hmm.
seaside with your kids or playing mini plastic toy soldiers, you know, you're not going to Belgium to do that.
Yeah, I get that, and I've seen Slovenian pictures, etc. It's an absolutely beautiful country, amazing landscapes. I hope I can get there one day. But that's beside the point. So, How did the team come to form itself, and why now? Why did the change of venue make that big a difference for you guys, or was it something else? Kids grown up, or?
Oh, yeah, well, you have a lot of different reasons. In 6 years, we grew enough so we can take 8 really good Slovenian players. When I say really good, it's for our standards, they're really good.
Hmm.
The thing is, we don't want to participate on an event with half mercenary team. It's
Hmm.
not that something is wrong with it, but you want to go as Team Slovenia.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, definitely.
yeah, and it's happening in Austria again, so it's 2 hours drive. And we said, okay, this year is really happening here. Let's do that. So
Hmm.
mostly all of the puzzles came together.
Yeah, okay. Great stuff. Great stuff. So how did the selection process look like? You said you've got like 15 competitive players, so people who play regularly, go to events, etc., right? So where did it go from there?
Okay, well, the thing is, firstly, you need to ask people. In our perspective, you need to ask people if they're prepared to go to the WTC, right? And when
Mm-hmm.
you get 8 people, then we started talking about lists, matrix, armies that we want to take. And actually, we knew from the start which 8 people, so which 10 people are in the in the short in the process of picking. And that's why we picked 8 that we are always doing events together also. So
Mm-hmm.
it's YOLO.
I mean, there's nothing to lose, and
Yeah,
it's a great social event as well. So there's
of
tons
course.
of camaraderie,
Well,
and
get
yeah.
we get world actual world champions in round one. So what's not to like about it?
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. So, since you brought it up, how do you feel about the pod draw? Especially since you ended up in the weird pod with 6 teams, which I still
In the
haven't
kitchen
managed to
pod.
understand who's playing who.
In the kitchen pod. Yeah, I didn't understand how it's in the pairings. I just saw that we are playing with France, which is
Hmm.
really good because it's a chance to learn a lot. So we are
Definitely.
excited that that's happening first day. So
Yeah.
go fresh and you have time to think. And
Just
then
that one, and it's only just that one game on the first day, so
yeah,
it's like
it's fine.
all of the attention going to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're a lovely bunch as well. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Um, and then second day we are playing our good friends and neighbors, Hungary, and it's
Hmm.
always nice to play against those guys. We are meeting a lot on our local tournaments, and I just love those guys. So it's going to be a fun thing. And the
Hmm.
last game of the group stage, we are playing against Finland, and it's really good for me because I never played against Finland or any
Oh, there
Finnish
you go.
people, and
Hmm.
it's really nice. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a bit funny that you end up playing Hungary. So, like you said, people you play often. They're also well, newcomers,
Yeah.
making a comeback from ETC days. Yeah, so
It's a
it's
cripple
funny.
fit. It's fine.
Yeah, although it's not the levels of Australia and New Zealand playing in the same pod the first
Yeah,
time New
yeah.
Zealand was attending, but
A draw is a
it's
draw,
so
right?
yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Um, so did you get to play any TTS scrims and or international events? I know you've already mentioned international events, so maybe you could tell us how did they go for you guys?
Oh yeah. Well, in last few years, we played like few times on the Alpine Cup team events. It's good. It's like midboard somewhere, and it's really
Hmm.
fun. Those are 5-man events, which are really different to 8-man events.
Oh
And
yeah.
being away from WTC for 6 years, last year we played Nations Cup for the first time, which happened also in Leoben. And
Hmm.
it was a really nice experience, a really good learning curve for the 8 men because as I said, we haven't played it for 6 years. So yeah, we had quite good successes during years. For example,
Mm.
we were third in Bratislava 2 years ago, I think, when
Okay, that's solid.
Polish teams won the event.
Hmm.
And we were second or third in Zagreb on the Winter Cup, also a 3 years ago thing. So
Okay.
it was good. It was good.
Yeah, all sounds good. So, what are your expectations and or targets for the WTC? Would you
Oh, well,
What place would make you happy? What yeah,
well,
finish?
to be honest, to be honest, for me it would be really good to surprise a better ranking team. That would be
Mm,
something that would be a really good goal. But regarding placings or anything, I mean, the higher the better, right? But
mm-hmm,
we just want to enjoy it and take a lot of experience out of it. So if next year happens to be in, I don't know where, or we happen to go again, that
mm-hmm.
we have a good experience.
Yep. Okay. Understood. Right. So, would you like to introduce your players and, given that lists are live, also mention the faction that they are playing? Obviously, not giving away any strategies, so maybe
Oh
not
yeah, sure.
reasoning for the particular team comp, but yeah, just a round of introductions.
Let me just open the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay. Well, the thing is, we were thinking about what to take and not to be too aggressive, or let's say to think about how do we want to play this tournament. So the main goal here was how many points do you think you can take out from
Mm,
matchups, not competing against Imperial Knights or Death Guard, but maybe neutralizing it, not to
mm-hmm.
their 20s. That was the main goal. So that's why we went with our lists, but and also with what people felt comfortable playing, right?
Yeah, of course. That's always a factor.
So we have like 8 players, and I will start with Alex. He's our only Spaniard, but his girlfriend is Slovenian, so he's Slovenian and he lives here.
He's naturalized.
He's
That's fine.
naturalized. Yeah, he is our Chaos Knight player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good player. He's been with us 2 years now. When he moved
Okay.
here to Slovenia, he was a part of La Orden club in Spain. He still
Okay.
is. He still is. I mean, they have a lot of clubs. We have too. So you know, um, he's a really nice guy, nice player. He loves playing Chaos Knights, Custodes, stuff like that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
his list, it's visible, so I can go through it. It's basically made out of three guys, three big guys like
Mm-hmm.
Serastus, Atropos, Abominant, and the Spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Five small guys, so one huntsman and three carnivores and one stalker, and I mean the demons for mission
Yeah,
playing.
screening, yeah, stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Then we have David Kraljic, which is one of our youngest guys. He's also from the club from Maribor, and he's our designated Adeptus Astartes player.
Mm-hmm.
So he will be doing his Blood Angels. Actually, Blood Angels do Blood Angel stuff.
They
Um,
sure do.
yeah, his list.
You get quite a lot of units at
Oh yeah,
quite good value.
and can hit really hard. So that's
Mm-hmm.
not good for me, but it's good for him. His list goes like this: he has Chaplain, then Mephiston, Commander Dante, Death Company Captain with Jump Pack, 2 times, 3 times, and Lieutenant with Combi weapon. Then he has one Intercessor squad, two Assault Intercessors with Jump Packs. That's a really good unit. Then we have two Ballistus Dreadnoughts, one time Blade Guard Veteran Squad, Death Company Marines with Jump Packs, Sanguinary Guard, Scout Squad, and Calidus Assassin. Not a standard list, but still standard enough to play, into big stuff and
Hmm.
like that. Then we have myself. I'm playing what I'm playing for the most of 10th edition. So Necrons. I'm there to make people's life hard. Also myself, you know. But, what's not to like about Awakened, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
yeah. I, I
So.
hate I hate lists with 3 blocks of warriors. It makes me stop playing this game. So
Hmm.
I did it differently, a little bit differently.
You only took 2 units.
Oh no, one,
Oh, one.
one. Yeah,
Come on.
I
You're
played.
making it too easy for people.
I know, but I like challenges.
Fair enough.
I play 2 Hexmark destroyers, Illuminor Saras, Oricon the Diviner, Overlord with Translocation Shroud, 2 Scorpic Lords, one with Feel No Pain enhancement, of course, then
Hmm.
Silent King, 1 blob of Necron Warriors, Ghost Ark, Spider, Crypto Trolls, Flayed Ones, 2 Locust Destroyers, 2 times Scorpic Destroyers. I mean, it's is it best list? No, but is it fun? Of course it is. So I can actually maybe kill something with it. So
Yeah, that's something you can't do with 60 warriors.
yeah,
So.
that's. I mean, I understand the list, but it's boring.
Yeah, that does require some a lot of determination to
Oh
see
yeah,
games through with it,
oh yeah, oh yeah,
for sure.
oh yeah. Then we have our Philip. Philip is also one of best of our players. He will bring
Hmm.
his Emperor's Children with him.
Hmm.
So he's playing 3 times Demon Prince with wings. Then 3 Exultants actually,
Hmm.
Lucius. Then Infractors, and Tormentors 2 times, and 3 Rhinos. It's pretty straightforward. We know what he want to do, and he
Yep.
actually he's doing it good. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Well, it's not a book that gives too many options, especially in terms of data sheets.
Oh
And I'm very interested in seeing how Emperor's Children will perform at the
oh
WTC.
yeah.
I think they're in a bit of a weird place now.
Yeah, they're in a bit of limbo, but he is actually our Custodes guy. So
Hmm.
Custodes are even in worse place.
Even further out in the
Yeah,
limbo.
but he's really good with Custodes. He actually brought them 2 times to World Championship in Atlanta, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, he pilots them good. So it's a
Hmm.
sad thing that he can't do it now, but I think he will do good with Emperor's Children. Okay, let's move to our Thousand Sun player, Gashper.
Hmm.
Um, so Thousand Suns, mortal wounds galore, stuff like that. He has
So Grand Coven.
Grand Coven, yeah,
Okay.
Grand Coven with
There we go.
3 Infernal Masters,
Hmm.
Magnus, Sorcerer, and Zangot Shaman. Then he brings 4 times Rubrics, 2 Rhinos, 3 Mutilids, and goats on I think they're on
Discs.
discs.
You have to have disc goats.
Oh yeah,
Nowadays, they're way too cheap.
yeah,
Oh yes, I like a Blast from the Past list with 3 Vortex Beasts, 4, 5
oh
Rubric squads. Good stuff.
that's good stuff. Yeah, that's I like it. I hate it, but I like it. Then we have our Grey Knight player. We were thinking about Grey Knights a lot, but
So you're the one team that took Grey Knights. There
oh
we go.
yeah, but I think that Grey Knights still have play. I think that when they get forgotten in meta, they still can perform good enough. I think, and he really plays his Grey Knights
Hmm.
for a long time, and he understands them. So I think this should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, an army with army-wide uppy downy,
Oh
just
yeah,
you always have to keep it in mind, considering 8-man teams at least.
yeah.
It can always bring some points. So yeah.
Oh yeah, of course he can just score whatever, and that's quite good. And then in his list he also plays teleport strike, of course.
Hmm.
He has 3 librarians, grandmaster, 1 grandmaster in Dread Knight, and Calder Drago, and Terminators. That's it. So
Hmm. Hmm.
no, it's still a good list, I think. I mean, it's not good for singles, but in teams setup, I think it could be.
Yeah, I can see some uses for that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Although 3 librarians, it's a risky life, but
At YOLO,
yes, yes, YOLO, exactly.
you will have
Right.
7 games.
For sure. Across 7 rounds, there's bound to be one that's gonna go real bad. But yeah, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is, of course.
So
Uh,
who else we got?
we've got our Imperial Knight player,
Mm-hmm.
and here Micha is a really good Imperial Knight player. He actually started in ninth. He started playing in ninth edition, and he grew as a player and as our friend really, really big. So it's one of his first armies, and he's going to the WTC with them. And actually, what we wanted to do was Canis Rex plus Helverins and Warglaves. That's it. We went full skew.
Okay. Okay. Interesting choice for sure.
I mean, the big guys works good, but also small guys with extra wounds now, and it's still Imperial Knights.
Mm,
It's good.
we'll see. We'll see how it works for you guys.
Yeah. And the last player we have, oh wait, sorry, it's Jean Pochkar. He's actually one of the guys which was with me on all WTCs that I went. So we are going to the third or fourth one now together. He plays Astra Militarum, um, and he play combined arms.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a quite classic combined arms list with ghosts, 2 Dorned commanders, shock troops, jungle fighters, 2 Taroxes, 2 times Kazarkins, and then there's 1 Lehman Russ, 2 Ogrin squads, again 1 Rogel Dorn, but not tank commander, and 2 Scout Sentinels. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's our composition, and we played quite a lot during last 3 or 4 months with it. We did make some changes with the data slate and stuff, but I think it's good for our, let's say, plan that we want to carry out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, we'll see at the event.
Oh yeah,
But you've got double knights, so you're not that far
of
behind,
course.
if anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You've
I
got
mean,
the
you need to have
necessary minimum.
double knights.
So yeah, yeah. I mean, best of luck. So yeah, definitely rooting for you guys. See how it goes. And last but not least, a little bit of national trivia. So the last year and the year before that, when we were doing a much like bigger segment leading up to the WTC, we've always had a trivia question. So
Okay.
first off, it was bird combat, but some people didn't quite like it. And then the second year around, we were just asking about the national dishes. So I'll go with that. What is the national dish of Slovenia, and where would you rank it amongst the world's most popular dishes?
Oh well, if I had to pick like the most Slovenian dish of all dishes would be Aidovish Ganci. It said Aidovish Ganci, which is
Aidoviganti.
Aidovi. Aida is buckwheat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's buckwheat flour that you are cooking and frying together. It's a thing in Slovenia, which we eat with sour milk usually and sauerkraut, and it's mostly in hills and the hill parts of Slovenia. That would be like the most Slovenian dish that you can think of.
Okay. Is that like more of a snack than a main course, or?
It's actually a main course, but let me try to find you. Maybe I can send you link.
Yeah, definitely. Because I wouldn't even know how to type it.
Yeah. Let me porridge. It's actually traditional porridge. Let me just put you the link in Discord, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So that's like porridge consisting of buckwheat, flour, and water. Žganci means it's derived from žgati, which means to burn.
Mm-hmm.
So originally it was basic meal for most people because it was a farmer's dish and stuff like that. But now it's substitute for bread and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. So do you like this dish? Where would
Yeah,
you?
I mean I like it. We are not doing it at home, but whenever we go to
Mhm.
countryside and stuff like that, we eat it a lot.
You enjoy it. All right, perfect. Dejan, are there any sponsors behind the team? Any social media channels that one could follow your exploits?
Well, we only have our Instagram, Team Slovenia Instagram and Wargaming Slovenia Instagram. Our main sponsor is basically a local store called Černá Lukňa, which is, when you translate it to English, it's black hole,
Mm-hmm.
where we all started with our hobby and stuff like that, but we don't have any big sponsors or, anything else than Instagram.
Okay, understood. Well, Dejan, thank you for your time. It was wonderful to have the conversation with you, and we'll see you at the event.
Yeah, thank you.
And our next guest is the captain of Team Hungary. Please welcome Gabor.
Yes, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on, and I hope I didn't butcher your name.
No, it was perfect, actually.
Okay, all right, good for me. Right, so Gabor, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Hungarian 40K community? What does playing the game look like?
Actually, it's not very different from the other European communities. We are generally playing on WTC based boards. We have a small core of the community which takes regular trips, mostly to the neighboring countries like the Czech Republic, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, etc. And we participate in small tournaments there. Inside the country, we have not a huge group, but maybe let's say 100 people who are active players. But I would say maybe a third of them are really competitive players. So we have a core of 30, 40 people who are competitively taking part in the various GTs and RTTs, mostly RTTs, I have to say. So most of the local competitions are 1 day, 3 round competitions. Maybe we have 2 or 3 standard GTs with 5 rounds and 2 days, over 2 days in the country. So that's how the community looks like. We have obviously all the infrastructure in place. So we have several large clubs in Budapest itself, but there are smaller groups and clubs in the major cities around Hungary, Győr, Székesfehérvár, and others. So obviously, as with most things in our country, it is centered around Budapest, but but it's still there is some other guys playing the game.
Okay, cool. I mean, if you're saying triple digits and a third of them regularly attending events, trying to play competitively, that doesn't sound that small, to be honest. So that's
It's
cool.
yeah, it's nowhere near on the level of Poland or Germany or Austria, obviously, even because of the size. But yeah, we are trying. We are. It's a goal of us to be better at it and internationally have some recognition. Let's say.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Right. And so you said you do like 2 GTs in a year. Do you do any team events or not necessarily so?
Not regularly. Sometimes there is a small team event, 4 or 5 man teams, but it's
Mm-hmm.
more of a relaxed team event, not a GT like. We regularly go to Austria to Alpine Cup
Mm-hmm.
and also the Alpine Nations Cup. That's the team event that we participate in, and also back to the WTC again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll get to the other events later on. But speaking of the WTC, how did the team come to form itself, and why now, not earlier?
So actually, we had an active community earlier. Early in the 2000s, we had a similarly large community which participated in the ETC. It was called
ETC,
then.
yeah, back in the
Yeah,
day. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I myself, the first ETC that I attended as a team member was in Greece, in Athens. I think that was 2016. And after that, we went to Croatia in 18 and Serbia in 19. And after that, obviously, COVID came. So
Mm-hmm.
that stopped the whole thing for like 2 or 3 years. And when the WTC started up again, it was in Belgium. And we try to organize a team each year, I have to tell you. And usually we came up with 5 or 6 guys who were willing to travel, take on the expenses in time and
Mm-hmm.
money, but never reached the 8 guys. And there is some, I don't know, there's some maybe misplaced pride in not taking any mercenaries.
Okay.
And we wanted to do it with 8 Hungarian guys, and it just kind of didn't work out. But now it's in Austria, it's close by.
Mm-hmm.
So we are there. And the selection process is we have a formal process. We have an internal rankings, a country ranking system, which is ELO based.
Mm-hmm.
And we take the current years and the previous years ELO rankings, and the we ask about the top 20 people on these lists if they are willing to participate in the tournament. This usually turns out that there are 10 or 12 guys who are willing to join, and out of these 10 or 12 guys, we pick the 8 best based on their ELO scores, the factions they are playing, because obviously not everybody is the strongest in any meta,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is like reserve players, which we absolutely need, because even this year we had 12 guys in our how shall I say it, in our first team, but
Mm-hmm.
after some time, obviously there were health issues, money issues, holiday issues, and we are left with 8 guys, which is just enough.
Just enough, yeah. Hopefully no one else drops in the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Uh, So you mentioned ELO rankings. You're running them yourself on some platform of your own, your tournament
no, it's just
rankings, or you're
Excel based.
using like...
It's just simple Excel based tournament rankings.
Uh-huh, understood.
We
Okay.
we had, for a time we used BCP based
Mm-hmm.
rankings, but we wanted to have some small changes in the interface and how it scored, and it was not really possible. We also tried to use other uh, external tools, but they are not really good adaptable for 40K, so they are mostly on actual sports, based for actual sports, and excel excel works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Excel always works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you picked an X amount of guys, but what did the process look like in terms of the preparations, etc.? What did you do?
Yeah, so after we picked the guys, which was late April, early May, I think that was the deadline, we had a planned playing schedule for our team members. So we try to identify both before the data slate in June and after the data slate in June what are the most important team elements, which are the meta relevant armies, and we try to set up a playing schedule to play into those armies. Obviously, you cannot have meaningful practices against every army. That's just impossible. But you have to pick. You have to play against Death Guard, against Thousand Suns. After the data slate, it became clear that knights of both colors are incredibly important. So you have to have some tools into them. So we try to focus on the major meta players. Okay, I don't have any practice games into AdMech, but yeah, I think I can live with that. So it's probably not a major factor at WTC. So
Yeah,
that we have.
100%.
We try to administer it also. Again, Excel. Excel is the tool. So we ask our players to submit the results of the games and use some statistics to complement the matrices that we are doing. So obviously we have the matrix, which is kind of a feeling on how my army would do against others. But if we have actual data on the games played, that helps fine tune the matrix. Again, obviously the local competition is not the same level as WTC, but still it gives you a good indication how the data sheets and then the detachment rules match up against each other. And that's something. Probably not
Yeah.
enough exercise and not enough training games. That I can say.
I mean, like you said, like time is limited, right? So you can't
Yeah.
play into everything and anything. But yeah, it's good to at least get that sort of muscle memory or familiarity
Yes.
with, at least in a high level. So you've mentioned you went to quite a few international events by the sound of it. So how did it go for you guys? Were they all team events? You were playing as Team Hungary, and yeah.
Yeah, as when we played at ETC and WTC, we were very hardly fighting for the last place usually. So at like 30, 32, something like that. That was not very successful. But in other team events like Alpine Cup, which are smaller 5-man team events, we managed to finish 25th this year out of 72, which I think it's quite okay. And on individual level, we are usually within the top third of the international GT. So I myself placed, I don't know, 60 out of 200 something at the Alpine singles, and most of the teammates are also in this bracket, in this range.
Okay. Excellent. And did you play any international scrims with other teams, maybe on
No,
TTS?
unfortunately, no. We were in the discussion with Slovenia to do so, but it never came to that. But maybe for next year or for the Alpine Nations later, later this year, maybe we can organize that.
Okay, and so that makes me ask the question: do you utilize TTS much, or there's a bit of reluctance in the community to play with this
No.
platform?
We are using TTS, but it's more like an individual choice. So there is no team mandate or team rule to use it. Some people like it. Obviously, it gives you an opportunity to get a game in, I don't know, late at night or something like that. I myself don't love it. I played some times, but I think um, I have a better feel for the game when I'm standing next to the table. From the views, the angles. I know that TTS has a lot of tools, but still, I like to have the dice in my hand and the models in my hand. But there are players and team members from Team Hungary who play like I don't know, 5 games on TTS per week against random opponents from the internet. I don't know. Sometimes it has some value. Other times it's just stomping somebody, but it's still a game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still a game. So yeah, it's important to get those reps, and even if just familiarizing yourself with your army, at least. Okay. How about you introduce your team to us? So just say a sentence or two about each of the players, what faction they're bringing.
So yeah, we are bringing the some of the meta armies. So we have Tamás, who will be bringing Death Guard, not in Mortarian's Hammer, but in Virulent Vectorum. I think both of them are equally strong armies. Obviously, they do a couple of different things, but he's more comfortable with the Virulent Vectorum build, and we don't see any problems with that. I think they're quite equal. We have Daniel, who will be playing Thousand Suns without Magnus this time. So that's the usual I'm shooting you very hard and you will die type of army. I dread playing Thousand Suns. It's always a huge challenge to somehow play into them, and Daniel's quite an experienced player with them, so we have high hopes that he will have some success. We have Peter, who will be playing Imperial Knights. He is actually an experienced knight player, so he's not just picking it up because it's strong right now, but he played them for years. Right now, he's pivoting into a Canis triple Atropos type of build, which seems really strong and also very useful in the mirror matchup. I will skip to myself. I will be playing Chaos Knight. Actually, that's new for me because up until now I was playing in the past year or so Tyranids. And I quite like my bugs, but they have some obvious limitations. And even with the Subterranean Assault, which is, I think, a bonkers good detachment, they have, in the current meta, limitations. They just cannot match up really effectively against the knight threat. And on the WTC board, moving the big bugs around is always a pain in the ass.
Yeah, sure is.
And then we have 4 more guys. We have Botond, who will be playing Drukhari. He's basically a faction specialist. He has played Drukhari for years. He's a very young guy, but we have high hopes for him. I think Drukhari is deceptively good in this current meta, and he has a lot of reps in it. He actually played at the World Championship of Warhammer Drukhari last year.
Oh, okay.
So, that's that. We have Gergely, who will be playing Tau, but not the usual build, but some monkey build. So a lot of, I don't know what they call it, Krutox, Rampagers.
Yeah, Rampagers.
And we are also hoping that this is a build that not many people know and not many people played against. Maybe he has some surprise factor built in. He is also a very experienced Tau player because he played them for a decade, so it's nothing new to him. We are trying to select strong armies or strong players with a monofaction focus, like Botond or Gergely. We also have Roland in the team. He will be playing a Space Wolf Gladius, which is quite in the meta right now. The usual stuffs like Ballistus Dreadnoughts and Predators and stuff like that. So there's nothing very unique about that. And I think I forgot somebody. Yeah, it's the Bence with Leagues of Wotan. He is also a monofaction player, so he has hundreds of games with Wotan, which is excellent. And Wotan is also really good against big nasty things like knights. Yeah, that's basically our team.
Okay, excellent. And you've managed to remember everyone. That's always
It was
a
a hairy
success.
situation, not easy, but yeah.
Right. Excellent. Yeah. So some not so obvious choices as well in the Drukhari and the Tau, for example. But yeah, we'll see how they work out for you guys. So what are your expectations and or targets for the event in terms of, I don't know,
So
finishes, etc.?
yeah, we are in pod 10, so the big pod with 6 teams. So the pairing is impossible to understand for normal human beings, but don't matter. We have 3 opponents: Italy, Slovenia, and Korea, which I'm really excited about playing South Korea. So that's something unique. Other than that, so we have, I think, 42 teams. If we could finish somewhere between 25 and 30, I think that would be a really good result for us. So that means winning 2-3 matchups out of the 7. That's not unreasonable, I think, and that would be a success for us. Yeah.
And what do you think about that pod that you're in? And especially if you factor in that you won't be playing a seed 1 team. Is that like a stroke of luck and a chance for a better finish, in your opinion? Or are you more leaning towards the fact that could have gotten a really good game in and we're missing out on that?
Actually, last year we were at the Alpine Nations Cup in December in Austria, and we played the French. And that was, how to say, eye-opening. So when I saw that they were in our group, I said, okay, that's a loss. Okay, 20-0, no problems there, nothing to discuss. So I'm happy that we don't have to play them. They are very nice guys, but they are playing on a completely different level than we do. Instead
They
of
are the
them,
world champions currently,
yes,
so
yes. Instead, we play Italians, Team Italy, who are also very tough, and I think there are no question better than we are. A couple of times I played Italian teams in Alpine Cup and also in Segos. Not much success on my side, so I don't expect to beat them, but they are maybe 5% weaker than the French, so maybe we can get some points for later.
Okay, great stuff. So I've also got a trivia question for you. So we've been doing these when doing the interviews about with various teams in the previous years. So I'm just trying to keep this going. Food was always an interesting topic, I think. So why don't you tell us a little bit about a Hungarian national dish, if you have one that you can
Obviously, we have,
identify?
as with each Eastern European country, we have a lot of pride in the national dishes. In Hungary, it's everything with paprika, as you can imagine. So everything that has paprika is good, and it's Hungarian, even though paprika isn't from Europe at all. But still, we love it. Everything with paprika and sausages and something that fills your belly really well. And also, if we are not just talking about food but also drinks, we have our national palinka, so which is a strong fruit-based spirit alcohol. It's quite popular if you like stuff that have taste and also quite strong. I
High
think there
volume.
will be some in the bag for later, maybe against our opponents, or maybe before the game. That's also some advantage we can play.
Excellent. That sounds promising.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll give you the chance to plug in some sponsors, if you have any, for the team, as well as your social media channels where people can follow Team Hungary.
Thank you. I would like to plug our biggest GT that's coming in late November. I will send you the link, and you can maybe include it in the description.
I will do that.
It's an 80-man GT in Hungary. It's I think 20th and 21st of November. It's the Alba GT, not in Budapest, but in Székesfehérvár, which is a town maybe an hour from Budapest to the west. It's 80 men, 5 rounds over 2 days in a very nice hotel. I think we have already 50 something players who are registered, over 5 countries, including, as I understand, Norwegian players coming. So it should be quite an international and good event. I enjoy it very much each year. I will send you the links.
Excellent. Yeah, definitely. Please do. Yeah, and any. So is that like an event you're doing, or it's
It's one
done by a
of my
sponsor? Or...
teammates. Yeah, one of
Okay.
my teammates is organizing. Peter, who is playing Imperial Knights, he's organizing this. This will be the 3rd year, I think, and he managed to grow it from 40 to 60. Now he's hoping to reach 80 players this year, which will be, I think, about the capacity of the venue.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. Sounds really good. And any social media channels that you have?
Not really, just Facebook, but it's mostly Hungarian language. I don't think that many of the people would like to read that. We have a couple of channels on YouTube where we can post some battle reports, but it's nowhere near as active as some other countries. And also, language is obviously a barrier because Hungarian is not an easy one to understand.
No, it's not. I always wanted to learn it, but I never got around to even
Nah,
starting.
don't bother, I think.
Thanks for the motivation.
Sorry.
No worries. All right, Gabor, I think we'll be wrapping up. Thank you very much for joining us here on the channel. It was a pleasure to have you and to learn a little bit about the Hungarian 40K community.
Thank you for inviting me, and I hope to see you in Leoben next week.
We definitely will be doing that. So, folks, everyone still listening, a massive thank you to our sponsors, the Army Painter and Weyland-Yutani, as well as our community of patrons. Make sure you like, subscribe, whatever else. That is, if you like what we do. And also check out the WTC minigames, Fantasy Entourage and Match Predictor, which is being run by us. There's many prizes to be won if you click on that $1 Patreon that we have. And last but not least, remember that we will be streaming Team Poland games at the event itself. Okay, now I'm done. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.